What's that old saying? Same shit, different toilet? Because that's kind of how it felt watching this football game tonight. And before I even begin to unload on this team, if you are a Broncos fan that is sitting there tonight and is happy, like elated that the Broncos are 8-2, and you have this blind kind of allegiance to the record, you're fooling yourself. The Broncos have a major problem right now. Welcome in, Broncos fans, to the Broncos Breakdown by Chat Sports. My name is Moose. My job is not to blindly support the Denver Broncos. My job is to break down, that's why it's called the Broncos Breakdown, this team from its entirety. And there's a lot of great on this team. There's also a lot of shit on this team. And I think the warts came out tonight. This is also why you subscribe. If you're looking for a channel that just wants to give you the everything is great, we're 8-2 at the top of the NFL, this is not the channel for you. Because a true Broncos fan, a Broncos fan that wants to get smarter about the game of football and wants to have an open and honest conversation about what they're seeing, will subscribe to this channel because they know that there is something that is lurking. It is a shadow, an elephant in the room. And it starts with the special teams, first of all. It's awful. And outside of a blocked punt tonight, it's been dog water for the last couple of weeks. Jeremy Crawshaw shanked 3 punts in a row tonight. He can't flip the field. And if he does flip the field, it's a 75-yard bomb shot down, which is great. But then everything else is averaging 40 yards per punt. He's got no touch. He can't figure out how to make square contact with the ball. It's pathetic. It's absolutely pathetic. I get it. He's a rookie. But you're a punter. It's literally your job. Like, figure it out, dude. Figure it out. It's not hard. It's punting. The Raiders punter was doing it all night long. Beautiful punts over and over and over again. Special teams is a problem. Let's talk now about the defense, because the defense is not a problem. The defense is the reason you won this football game. And if you didn't have a defense, you would have gotten blown out tonight. Hell, if this defense was top 15, you would have gotten blown out tonight. But thank God you have the best damn defense in the entire NFL. You limited the Raiders to 188 yards. You basically were playing Geno Smith the second half on one leg. I am so grateful that Nick Bonito, Zach Allen, Jonathan Cooper, and this entire Denver Broncos defense is as good as it is. 6 sacks tonight. It's incredible to watch. It is watching history in the making. It really is. But you didn't even hit 200 yards of offense tonight. And that is not something to be proud of. But you know who is someone to be proud of? Nick Bonito. He's back in the Defensive Player of the Year conversation. Depoy, I mean, he's got to be. 3 quarterback hits, 1.5 sacks. He was making tackles behind the line of scrimmage. His pressure rate was through the roof. This guy is a stud. I can't wait to watch the rest of his career unfold. Same with Zach Allen. He's a little bit older, but my God, is this dude good. He is just the ultimate defensive lineman player. It's like watching a version of J.J. Watt. It's kind of what it feels like. Maybe not nearly as finishing explosive, right? Like, he doesn't get the sack numbers that J.J. Watt was able to hit, but it's like watching J.J. Watt. He does everything that J.J. Watt did, just maybe not to the grand level that J.J. did. Malcolm Roach was excellent. He's a great player, and that interior pressure that you're looking for. Same with Jonathan Cooper. When he's off the edge, he can stop the run. He can get to the quarterback. It's all great. This entire defense is outstanding. Dre Greenlaw even looks good. It's not perfect yet, but he hasn't had a lot of snaps. But he's even coming along. You can see the talent from Dre Greenlaw. There was a couple of hits tonight where I was like, oh my God, I would not want to be on the receiving end of that vicious blow. And of course, the best, and I mean the very, very best free agent addition that you made this offseason, Talanoa Hufanga. Had a sack tonight. He's just been an absolute monster, a stud since he's been here. Both in climbing the box and dropping back in coverage, I mean, every single play at the line of scrimmage or dropping back in single high or two high safety coverage, he is sensational. He mirrors routes well. He's not afraid to make contact. He's not afraid to come off the corner on a blitz. He's fast. He's aggressive. He's assertive. And he just looks like a Denver Bronco. I can't wait to see him as a Bronco for the remainder of his career, because I definitely think you want to at least re-sign this guy to at least 2 more years. It's awesome. Shout out to this defense. I want you to grade the defense for me, actually. It's been an A+++++ all year long. There's only been one game where it hasn't been great. It was the Colts game. But that's arguably the best offense that you've gone up against the entire year. And, yeah, it's an A. It's an A. I apologize if I don't feel as buttoned up when it comes to my analysis, but I'm also fuming on the inside. I just know that, you know, the Broncos won. They're 8-2, so there's at least some silver lining, but it's not a lot. So do me a favor, get down to the comment section down below. And now for the part of the video that everybody's waiting for. Let's talk offense, because what did we just watch? Before I do that, I have to tell you about my friends over at Prize Picks. Today's episode is brought to you by our friends over at Prize Picks. The weather might be changing, but the feeling of being right never gets old. So keep the season rolling along on Prize Picks by getting $50 instantly in lineups when you play your first $5. On Prize Picks, how you play is up to you. If you want flexibility, choose the flex play. And you can even get paid when one of your picks misses. And if you want your biggest payout yet, go to the power play and make your picks there. No matter what your play is, Prize Picks is a great way to put your takes to the test. How does it work? It takes 30 seconds to make a lineup. Pick the player, stat projection, the more or the less, and then boom, you watch your money multiply. It is that easy. Download the app. Use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It is good to be right. I think it's important to at least mention that this is not a one-person problem. And if you're a Broncos fan that is blaming Bo Nix solely, or if you're a Broncos fan that is blaming the wide receivers solely, or if you're a Broncos fan that is blaming Sean Payton solely, you're wrong. Because this is an entirely different issue. It's a cohesive unit that is having the issues. So let's start with the head coach. Because I'll start with the head coach, I'll move to the wide receivers, and then I'll finish out with Bo Nix. I don't think I've seen the flip-flopping of play calling this bad in my entire life. Sean Payton goes from calling an excellent game against the Dallas Cowboys, who were an awful defense. And don't tell me the Raiders' defense is good. It's not. Look at every other game that they've played the entire year. It's not a good defense. Sean Payton ran a trick play on 3rd and 1. Why? Why? The Broncos' offense would go backwards. Like, you have a blocked punt and you lose yards. You have an interception from Dondre Tillman and you lose yards. Like, I don't know how it gets this bad, but it is not working. You got to go back to the drawing board. You've got to go watch the tape and say, okay, now where do we scrap everything and build it up again? Because I thought we were over this, but clearly we're not. Clearly we're not. Sean Payton has to be better. He has to. There's still too many screen passes. There's still too many lack of balance in the play calling. You started the first drive with 3 straight runs. I get it. The wind was a factor tonight. 37-mile-an-hour gust. It was going ballistic. You can't run the ball 3 straight times. You can't pass the ball 3 straight times. It's called balance. Run the ball. 2 runs here, then a pass. 2 passes here, then a run. Run, pass, pass, run, pass, run. There's so many different ways that you can flip this around, and you refuse to do it. Why do you abandon the run? Even if J.K. Dobbins was out for a period of time tonight, stop abandoning the run. The wide receivers are another issue. Troy Franklin stops running his routes. You've noticed that multiple times tonight. But it doesn't matter because Bo and him are not on the same page on those deep routes. I can think two things about Troy Franklin at the same time. He's definitely gotten better from last year, and he's still got a major problem with his hands and with his effort. He just like refuses to give 100% on every single play. You can clearly see it. He stops running his routes. Go back and watch the film. He stops running. Pat Bryant is awesome, but not there yet. And when I say he's awesome, I mean he shows moments of being great. But he's not consistent enough yet. He's a rookie. It'll take time. And where the hell does Courtland Sutton go? Why doesn't Bo target Courtland Sutton? Why are you not on the same page with your number one wide receiver? It's almost as if a majority of Broncos fans, including myself, had said it's important to be aggressive at the trade deadline because you've got an issue right now. So thank you, George. Thank you, Sean, for letting us know how much faith you have in this offense and in this core group of wide receivers. Because without Marvin Mims, you look like a joke. It's a joke. You got no deep game. Your play action didn't work tonight. There wasn't anything you did right tonight. Offensively speaking, you didn't do one thing right tonight. It was awful. Even the run game was hit and miss. Drop problems, not running the routes, lack of depth. I mean, Trent Sherfield is a non-factor. He just blocks. And J.K. Dobbins, I'm praying that his knee holds up because even though he came back in the game, we know his injury history. RJ Harvey, you only ran him 4 times. He can't run up the middle right now. It's an east to west runner. He's got to figure out how to run the ball more north to south. Because when they take away that edge, he averages 2.2 yards a carry. Let's end tonight's episode with Bo. I don't know where to begin. Your mechanics look terrible. You never set your feet in the pocket. You look jumpy. You look like a rabbit in the pocket, constantly bouncing around. You try to keep doing this sidearm slinging, throwing off a 1 foot, highlight reel quarterback. Like, Bo, stop it. That's not your game. It's never been your game. It will never be your game. Stop trying to look like Patrick Mahomes. Stop trying to look like Josh Allen. Stop trying to look like Joe Burrow. Just deliver the football on time and on target. And he still can't do it because he's still double clutching his throws. He's still not getting set in the pocket. He's still darting around like he doesn't know where to go with the football. And he refuses to take the checkdowns when he needs to take the checkdowns. It's pathetic. It's another indication that the offense is sputtering along. And again, if you're a Broncos fan that thinks that there's not a problem right now with the offense, you're fooling yourself. Bo is a problem right now. The wide receivers are a problem right now. The play calling at times is a problem right now. This is an issue. And when you play the Kansas City Chiefs, if you play like this, you're going to get spanked. Like a 6-year-old who just bit his sister. You're going to get a nice old fat slap on the ass. And not in a good way. So rate Bo Nix's performance against the Raiders tonight. If 10 was like A++ and the best you've ever seen, and 1 was like, this was dog water, I have to give it like a 2, 3. Can't be much better than that. I mean, he threw a touchdown. And the second pick that he threw wasn't his fault because it hit off of Troy Franklin's fucking chest. But there's no timing. There's no communication. Bo even said it himself. Bo said it literally himself. He said, we got to figure it out. He goes, something's got to give because right now it doesn't look good. He started laughing because it was so bad. But the Broncos are winning football games. Best record of the NFL. If you love the breakdowns, if you love the Broncos, if you're a true Broncos fan that wants the honest truth about their team, hit that thumbs up icon for me. That's all I got for you. I'll be back tomorrow. Probably with another deep dive analytic breakdown of tonight's game. And trust me, that won't be good either. So do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button. Like today's video. Mile high salute. Be cool.